over the last 2 weeks, felt like I lost the drive that I first had when I came to Bali. Like before coming here, I was living 6 months with my parent, and I set a goal. I want to be in Bali in October, and I was thinking about it. I was dreaming about it every single day. And when I made it happen, when I came here, I was such in a high frequency. Told myself, damn, we made it. You know, we actually reached the goal. We are in Bali, one of the best places on this planet. It's like right now I sit in front of the ocean, like listening to the waves. It's hot. It's like sunny. It's like perfect conditions on Earth. Everyone on this planet would dream to live in Bali, and yet I'm there. You know, kind of living my dream life, but still not feeling at my best. Still not operating at the level I felt I should be operating. The frequency is lower, you know, and the drive is almost gone. Not totally gone, but I just feel like something is missing. I feel like I'm just not living on my full potential, and it doesn't make me happy. Just the fact that I'm here will never make me happy, and I'm realizing that. It's like I don't know. It's like I wanna be in this place, and now I'm there, and I'm like, okay, like where's the drive? Where's the excitement? Like what is exactly is missing to make me feel at my best? And I start thinking about something is that over the last 2 years, I actually was living in different cities across the world. I was in Mexico, I was in Miami, I was in Medellin, Colombia. I left Colombia to visit my parents for 6 months. They live in Ivory Coast. I spent 6 months there, and after that I came to Bali. And when I look back over the last 2 years, despite living in all of those places, I had periods where I was feeling down, and I had periods where I was feeling at my best. I was riding on a wave that was very high. So I'm like, okay, if I can be in Miami and be sad and be with my parents in Ivory Coast and be happy, it's certainly not the environment that plays everything. You can set a goal to be somewhere, but it will never fully contribute to make you feel happy. So I'm like, what was the time of my life where I felt the most confident, I felt the best, I felt like I'm actually, having that drive, having that hunger that now I'm a bit missing? And I got my answer. You know what is missing? You know what was missing? Going after something big. Because actually, over the last 2 years, if I analyze it, the best month that I had was when I set a big fitness goal. Because by setting a big fitness goal, it just forces me to lock my routine. It kept me busy all the time. Every day when I was waking up, I also had the money goal. But having that physical, having that fitness goal was like, and it's still, the missing piece of the puzzle in my life now. Because when I first came, before coming to Bali, I cut the beats, so I can be more shredded. And I came here, and over the last 2-3 months, I just was in maintenance state, and there's nothing fulfilling about maintenance. This is what I realized. It's like I wake up every day, and I'm training hard, and I'm eating clean. I have this routine in place. There's just to maintain. And this is why I realized that the drive is missing. Is that I'm not going after something. I'm not challenging myself enough. Because by maintaining yourself, okay, you're gonna push hard in your training, you're gonna still track your diet, eat clean, but it's like same level. At the time of my life, as I say, I was the most proud of myself was when I came to Miami and I told myself, okay, I'm gonna cut below 10% body fat. It just forces me again, to have that solid routine in place, solid workout, that tough mindset, and showing up every single day in a city that is full of distraction. But I made a commitment, okay, set the goals. I'm gonna hit my step, my workout, my diet, waking up every day at the same time. I was so locked in at the time. And surprisingly, this is what I had my best month with coaching. Nothing in change in terms of strategy or like the way I do things, like from a technical standpoint. But it's just like, my state of being, the guy that I was at the time, like, the frequency I was operating at. And that gave me so much confidence at the time that everything was flowing to me easily. So I'm like, damn, like I have my answer. I have my answer today. This is why I entered 2026 again, like, feel like something is missing. Okay, I set like, those lifestyle goal, that money goal, but I still wake up and that drive is missing because going after those material things, like from my experience, it never gave me the fulfillment that I'm looking for. Because my answer always lies down in personal development. It's like what I am now and what I can go as a person. And everything starts with your physique, like, how far I can push my body, how far I can push my physique. So I actually took some time yesterday and I sat down and I wrote down, okay, let's make very specific fitness goals for 2026. Not just like being in shape or maintaining the physique. Yes, I look good, but I'm like, I honestly feel I'm about like 85% of my potential. Like, let's fucking make it 100% or like very close. Let's set a goal of being at 6-7% body fat, 90 kg, lean, and also set a goal to fight because I kind of have some boxing skills, but I'm gonna get back at it and actually set a goal to have an amateur fight in 2026. And now I have something big to go after. Now I have something big to go after because yesterday I actually reached out to a boxing coach. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do the first training session on Wednesday, and to reach the goal of 6% body fat, it needs like at least to lose a bit of body fat because now I'm around like 8.8%, which is very great. But I'm like, okay, I want to drop like 1-2 more percent. So it forces me to revise my strategy. Okay, let's analyze like the diet, what has to change. Let's reset the macros. Let's make it more specific. And you know what? Just by actually setting the goal and making the plan, I kind of start feeling alive again. I'm like, damn, now I'm gonna push myself to another level, like get my physique, get my body to a new dimension, a place I've never been before. That gave me the fucking excitement I was missing. It's only when you learn to challenge your body. It's only when you bring yourself in a position never been before, like a higher level, and you actually start working toward the goal. 10x confidence. I didn't have to reach the goal to feel confident. I just had to set the goal in my mind, make the plan, and actually took the first step today. Like, we start tracking my macros again, make them more precise, sitting on app, like, calculate everything. Work out, focus more on the body and mind, connection, lifting heavy, and actually set a goal to eat 20K steps every single day. And it just gave me another boost of energy. It just gave me that confidence I felt I was missing again. And as I said, you don't have to reach the goal to feel confident, but you need to have a clear vision on where you want to go, make the goal very specific, and actually every day commit to take the steps that are required. Because confidence will never be achieved once you reach the goal. It's always in the pursuit of the goal. When you're like, okay, this is the goal, this is the plan, and those are the steps that I must be following daily, and you actually walk the path every single day, you don't miss a day, I promise you it's gonna shift just the way you talk, the way you feel, the way you think. Your frequency will be so high now, and you can feel it in this video. Go and watch my last YouTube videos. I didn't have the same energy when I talk. And today I just blast my first my workout. I back at tracking my macro. I have that goal in mind. I'm excited about it. It just shifts everything. And on top of that, I just have more drive and more enthusiasm to even go and work. I was procrastinating a lot on some task in my business, but today I don't feel like it. I'm like, okay, let me push a YouTube video to next week. But just by committing to my new goal today, I had that drive back and boom, I had that intuition to make that video. I had the energy for it. I had the focus for it. And here you go. You feel the difference. You know, I know it's January the 2nd, and don't get me wrong, this is not a New Year resolution thing. This is actually a real goal, you know, with a deadline that is the end of 2026. And we have actually a plan. And from that plan, you have actionable steps to take daily. And every morning, I just have to wake up and follow that blueprint. And I know by not deviating from the plan, I'm gonna reach the goal. And this is what a lot of you guys are missing. You know, you set the goal or the resolution, but there is no fucking plan. And you know what? If you don't have a plan, you're gonna just guess everything. You're gonna show up in the gym, maybe do that machine or this machine. One day you're gonna feel about doing cardio. One thing you're gonna feel about doing keto cardio. Like, bro, there's no strategy about it, and you're gonna be lost, right? So that was just like, you know, my thought on New Year's resolution. But let's bring it back, like, you know, to confidence and drive, guys. If you wanna elevate your frequency, if you wanna feel at your best every single day, yes, you need a proper routine, but actually, I guarantee that most men are missing this piece of the puzzle. It's like setting a big fitness goal and work on it every day. And this is not only for the way you look, but just for the sake of challenging yourself. Because when you challenge yourself, you know, when you elevate your physique, you know, you go to that level you've never been before. That's a signal to your mind and to your brain that now you're operating differently. Now you operate like a fucking savage. And by stacking those wins daily, you sending evidence of success to your brain. And this is exactly what's going to change and rewire your mindset over time. And guess what? With more energy, with a better mindset, guess what's gonna happen to all of the goals that you set in those other areas of your life? Like the finances, the relationships, bro. Of course, it's gonna be easier for you to reach the goal because you're a different person, operating at a higher frequency. It's all mindset, guys. You know, once you set that goal and you commit to walk the path daily, everything changes. Not only the way you look, but the way you feel, your confidence, your energy. And that again will just make anything else easy in your life. So we're getting started with 2026. Don't make the same mistake to set resolution, to set goals, but you don't have a plan. And actually, if you have a goal, make sure it's challenging yourself enough. Don't just operate right above your comfort zone because you're gonna die there. So if you're serious about it, you wanna take your physique and your mindset to another dimension in 2026, just shoot me a DM on Instagram and I see how I can help you. Let's win the day, guys. Let's level up. It's a new year full of blessing. Let's go after the version of yourself that you need, that you deserve to become.